stopped. So I got the engine harness like completely undone. It doesn't look like it, but it's unhooked from the engine. To get the bitch pin out, you come down here to the shifter linkage, and then you slide this this little cover up, right? And then you gotta get this. It's hard to do it with one hand, so I'll do it off camera and come back. But there's a little metal clip right here that slides off. You pull it from the top, slides right off. And then there's a pin in there. And you have to take a pin punch or whatever you can find that'll fit in there and a hammer. And just tap it a couple of times and it should pop out. Here is that clip I was talking about that's caked up in oil and grime and shit. Then right there's the pin. And you just take a pin punch, a roll pin punch. You can find them in Lowe's. There's a set for like 13 bucks. Put it right there, hammer that shit, and it'll pop right out. All right, got that pin out. Yeah, I just took this roll punch pin, 6mm one, stuck it in there and just hammered that shit out. And then there's one bolt right here. I don't know what size it is. I think it's a 12 that holds the rest of the shifter linkage in. After that, you could just pull all of this crap out and then unbolt it from the shifter. But you gotta start that from inside the car. That's why I did it last. It's not this bolt right here that holds in the other part of the shifter linkage. It's this one that slides through it. Can I pick that up on camera? Yeah, there we go. I put it back so I didn't lose it later. But yeah, it's the one on the side, not the one in the middle. All right, guys, so there's the all of the wiring harness that I removed. Everything else is unhooked. Next, I have to undo these mounts. There's one right there, one down there, one right here, and then there's one back there. And I think it'll be ready to come out. I really hope so. I'm really excited to get it out because the sooner that can go in there, the better. Another thing to remember, you have to put a dent down there where that second hole, well, that one hole is, so you can clear the alternator. So yeah, just take a hammer to that shit. You might have to hammer like this back part where this back the transmission bracket goes, mounting bracket, but I'm not sure. I'll figure it out when I start putting shit in. If you couldn't tell by now, I'm kind of at like the point of no return, so. Ouch. Yeah, don't do it like that. So, I honestly don't know where I left off because I've been going through it like the past day or two. But on these swaps, you either have to take a hammer to this front mount or you have to cut it out. I chose to cut it out. That's out. Everything is on the motor. I have to cut that hose to the fuel pressure regulator because I have to buy new hose. But everything's ready to go on that, so time to try and drop this thing in here. So I have no idea where I last left off, but motor's in. What's left now is to hook all of this wiring harness back up. I also went on ahead and put the axles in and got everything good down there. And let me see if I can get under here really quickly. Got the shifter linkage in. Got all of that in, hooked up down there, the transmission. So at this point, all that's left, and wow, I gotta say, for anyone thinking of running this setup, because I have the Yonaka EFB series mounts. These two mounts over here are just fine. But this rear one that attaches to the well, if you were running the DA, I think, yeah, the 90 to 93 integral rear T bracket, it wouldn't have been an issue. But because I'm running the innovative rear T bracket, the little thing that slides over it, over the mount, to keep it mounted, this mount is a little too thick, and so I had to shave part of that mount off to get it to slide on. That's the only issue I really had using this setup. So yeah, if you're running like I said, if you're running the Integra stuff, it's probably not an issue, but just as a heads up to someone else. And man, I gotta say, with my old D series shit, let me see if I have the shift. Yeah, the shift link is right here. This crap was some of the loosest feeling shit I've ever felt in my life. Like, you would get in the car, it would be in gear, and you could literally move the shifter like 3 or 4 inches to each side while it was in gear. It was a terrible feeling. But this, nice and crisp. Can't complain at all. It just feels really good. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, all that's left, attach this wiring harness, put that all together, and then put the radiator and battery and like the throttle cable and clutch cable, just put that all back in, and hopefully I'll be able to start it today. Wow, I did so much and did not film any of it. So I gotten all the wiring harness and crap hooked up right. Got the battery in, got the radiator in. Let me see over here. I got the AC bracket and shit on. I just gotta put the belt on. Everything's hooked up. I haven't tried to start it yet, so that's what I'm gonna try right now. I really hope all goes well. I haven't put any coolant in the motor yet because I was just gonna wait until it actually was like working, like I could start it. If it starts, then you already know what's up. Whew. But there's also a few issues I'll talk about afterwards. The moment of truth. So one of the issues I was having is that I couldn't get the fuel pump to prime with the PR4 ECU, the OBD0 Integra ECU. And I started putting two and two together because when I got this car, it had that PR4 ECU in it. But I didn't give it much mind until I started noticing like how rich it smelled like it was running and all the fuel it was burning. And so I started looking into that stuff, checked it out, realized it wasn't the right ECU for the car, bought a new one, and then took that one out. Well, then later I realized I was still having some weird issues, like I would turn the key to the on position, and instead of the fuel pump priming and then turning off until you started it, it would just keep on priming until I turned the key off. And so I started looking under the dash, looking at the wiring, and it turns out that the previous owner like jumped the wiring, the connector, the plug to the rear fuel pump, and ran that wire to like the ignition power wire under the dash. And so every time I would turn the key on, it would turn the fuel pump on. It makes sense. What I didn't realize is that maybe the previous owner was so stupid that instead of buying a new ECU, he just ran the B series one and then just jumped that. I didn't put two and two together, so all of this time, I assumed that this B series ECU was still good. Man, fuck these gnats. Damn, I feel like I'm at a barbecue. But yeah, I didn't realize that until today. So I'm gonna need a new, because right now I just started using the D-Series ECU. It'll start and it'll run, but it's not gonna run well, so I can't really drive it anywhere. But since I know it's working right, I'm just gonna hook everything up how it's supposed to be, put coolant in and all of that stuff, so I can just buy the new ECU and drop it right in. But is there anything else? Oh, I kept this. So that was the first start, but that was not the first attempt at starting it. This entire time, because I figured out that whole ECU crap and other little issues like the first hour of me working on the car today. I've been working on it probably like 5 hours now, 5, 6 hours. For this past time, once I got everything else sorted out, I kept wondering why the car wouldn't start. And I was checking everything. I went back over the entire wiring harness. I looked at everything. Turns out, I just had the spark plug wires in the wrong firing order, and that's why the car wouldn't turn over. So, yeah. I tend to do that a lot. I make a lot of simple mistakes. The big shit, I stay on top of. That sounds wrong, but you know what I mean. But the small stuff, I always overlook it, and it always frustrates me to no end. But I'm glad we got it right. All that's left is to clean up some of this wiring up here. Put the AC belt on, because your boys keep the AC, you already know. I got that Hotspur AC bracket for a really good deal, so I had to. Put the intake on, clean up that old emissions crap back there, and put the wheels and stuff back on, and then she can just chill until I get the new ECU. And once I get the new ECU, I want to get a GoPro, man. I really want to get a GoPro. I'll probably get a GoPro and do like a little POV driving video, maybe do like a little review of how it feels compared to the old motor, which is sitting right there, by the way. And yeah, that'll probably be like some more content or whatever. I was waiting until I finished this entire swap before I started editing these videos, because I was... Your boy work full time, and like doing a motor swap, editing, working, worrying about school, all that stuff, that's too much. But I think I did all right, considering I did most of this work by myself in a garage with no AC. I've never done any type of like crazy engine work before. The craziest thing I've done is change like an alternator and put coilovers on. So I'm kind of proud of myself, you know. But yeah, until I start back with more videos when the car's fully running like it's supposed to be. Thank you all for watching.